Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this beat and see what happens. Okay, go. Oh, this is a little slow.